Hey guys, Mal here. Just quickly before we get into this video, I want to apologize for my recent lack of content. Real life has been kicking my ass and I'm doing my very best to get back into it and bring you guys more content. With that out of the way, today I'd like to make a public service announcement to all of you Rust players out there, particularly the Rust veterans. As many of you would be aware, Steam recently started their summer sale. In the sale, Rust is going for a ridiculously low price of under $9. Because of this, we are seeing a huge influx of new players, at least on the server group that I play on, and I'd be willing to bet on a lot of other servers as well. I've seen a lot of these new players asking a lot of basic questions, from how do I get stone, to how do I build a base, and a bunch of others. Unfortunately, these people that are new to the game are very quickly discovering what the Rust community is really like. Now, to anyone that's been a part of the Rust community for 10 or maybe 15 hours, you will know that it is one of the most toxic gaming communities around, and this has always been a big issue for Rust. Unfortunately, a lot of the people that are coming into the game now have not experienced a community like this before, as it is quite unique and not in a good way. Instead of helping the newcomers to Rust, I've seen a lot of people giving wrong answers, misleading people, straight up killing them, and just generally making their experience awful. When I think back to when I first started Rust, I remember having a lot of questions myself. It's part of the reason why I make some of the tutorial videos that I do. I remember receiving the exact same treatment that I'm seeing new players receive now, in that they are just getting wrong answers and getting abused simply because they're new to the game. The problem is that with where Rust is currently, we could really use an influx of new players. However, with the way that they're being treated, people are dropping off and refunding, and we're losing numbers faster than before. Either we make a change and help some of these new players get adjusted to the Rust world and community, or we watch Rust slowly lose more and more players until the servers are unpopulated and none of us can enjoy the Rust that we love. I know that there are those that will watch this and will say something along the lines of, well, these people need to harden the f*** up. Unfortunately, that's not the case. These people can just refund the game or drop it completely and never touch it again. They haven't spent the time or seen what Rust really can be. At this point, they are very fresh to this whole thing, and without knowing the potential or without being part of that huge raid or adrenaline pumping PvP, they don't know any better. They just know what they're experiencing currently, which is a group of trolls and cancerous edgelords giving them endless shit and lies just because they're new to the game. I realize that we can't completely change the way the Rust community is and works. However, I feel like we have a chance to give these newcomers at least a decent start so that they can get hooked, and once they are hooked, it doesn't matter how cancerous we all are because they'll adjust and learn to love it. So here's what I want to suggest. If you are watching this video, then for the next week, every single day that you play Rust, I want you to find a complete stranger and do something nice for them. Now, I'm not saying to find a stranger and give them a full kit or anything like that. I mean, if you want to do that, then go ahead. But I'm more talking about small things. If someone is asking a basic question in chat, just give them the right answer. If you come across someone who's got a backwards wall, have a chat to them and explain about the back and front sides of walls. Just something little to make their experience that little bit better rather than worse. Even if all you do is to tell them to check out my beginner guides, it will help them massively. Hell, if you don't like my guides, tell them to watch somebody else's. I really don't care. I just want to help the new players and try and grow the Rust community. It really doesn't take much to help some of these people out, and I know that we all had to learn the hard way, so why should we help them? But that's just the wrong attitude to have about this. If we actually want to retain players and maybe start building on the Rust community rather than solidly losing people, we need to change the way we are doing things, especially when it comes to new players in this game. As I said before, there are still going to be those that will watch this and just think it's a pile of shit, or don't want to help people because they just want to f with people. However, they are going to be the people that will be bitching and complaining when there's less than 1,000 people playing Rust, even though a huge part of that will be due to their own actions. This is a fantastic opportunity for us to grow the community and have more people to raid, more people to fight with, and just more of everything in general. If we don't take opportunities like this, then Rust will continue to die, and eventually, none of us will be able to enjoy it. I'd love to get this video in front of as many people as possible to try and have the biggest effect possible. Share it with your friends, share it with people that are being elitist douchebags, share it with everyone. Also, whether you agree or disagree with what I've said here, I want to hear from you and talk about it. Leave a comment and let me know what you think, or jump on my Discord and we can chat about it. The link is in the description. Please don't watch this and think, whatever, we can't change anything, because that's a definite death for Rust. It may not be tomorrow, or even this year, but it will happen. Instead, do something about it. Change the way the community is perceived. Every single person that takes on this challenge will make a huge difference to a group of new players. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.